Hello YouTube, my name is Scott Perdue. I'm an Amazon author of over 100 books. Got all kinds of exciting books on Amazon, Christian books, self-help books, all kinds of good stuff. Next time you're on Amazon, search my name, Scott Perdue, in the search bar, pull up all the great options, buy a couple of those books, change your life forever. Anyway, today I'm talking about a book called Promised Land Leadership, Leading an Army Like Joshua. Today's lesson is about the Battle of Makkedah, Joshua 10:28. The Battle of Makkedah demonstrates faith and obedience and divine justice. The Battle of Makkedah, Joshua 10:28, stands as a significant moment in Israel's conquest of the Promised Land. Following Joshua's miraculous victory over the southern coalition and the execution of the 5 Amorite kings, Israel turned its attention to the city of Makkedah. This battle was a continuation of Joshua's obedience to God's command to subdue Canaan and establish Israel as a rightful inheritor of the land. This event highlights key themes of God's sovereignty, the necessity of obedience, the execution of divine justice, as Israel attacked and destroyed Makkedah, sparing no one and dedicating the city to destruction. Joshua demonstrated unwavering commitment to God's instructions. For modern leaders, this episode offers invaluable insights into overcoming challenges with faith, strategy, and adherence to principles. God's role in victory at Makkedah. The conquest at Makkedah was not an isolated incident. It was part of a divine plan orchestrated by God from the initial promise to Abraham that his descendants would inherit the land, Genesis 12:7. God had been actively guiding Israel toward this moment. The victory at Makkedah, like the battles before it, was a testament to God's faithfulness in fulfilling his promise. Joshua 10:30 Amplified. The Lord gave it also along with its kings into the hand of Israel, and Joshua struck it and every living thing in it with the edge of his sword, leaving no survivors. So he did to the king of Makkedah just as he had done to the king of Jericho. This verse underscores God's active involvement in ensuring Israel's success. It wasn't merely Israel's military might that secured victory, but the Lord's guidance and empowerment. For leaders today, this principle reminds us to depend on God's wisdom and strength in every endeavor. Leadership lessons from the Battle of Makkedah. Number 1, faithful leaders trust in God's promises. Joshua's confidence in attacking Makkedah stemmed from his unwavering faith in God's promise to deliver the land in Israel's hands. This faith was not passive but active, driving Joshua to take bold action in obedience to God's command. Modern leaders often face situations that require stepping into the unknown or confronting significant challenges. Trusting in God's promises provides the foundation for courage and determination. Psalm 37:5 Amplified. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him also, and he will do it. Obedience is key to success. The destruction of Makkedah was not a random act of aggression, but a fulfillment of God's specific instructions. Joshua was commanded to devote certain cities to destruction as an act of divine judgment against the rebellion and sin. Deuteronomy 20:16-17 Amplified. However, in the cities of these peoples that the Lord your God is giving you as an inheritance, you shall not leave alive anything that breathes, for reasons of judgment, but you shall utterly destroy them. Joshua's obedience at this moment, even when it seemed harsh or difficult, ensured Israel remained aligned with God's will. For modern leaders, this underscores the importance of adhering to principles and values, even in the face of opposition or misunderstanding. Number 3, strategic execution reflects effective leadership. Joshua's approach to Makkedah reflects his ability to execute strategies effectively. By addressing the city immediately after the Southern Coalition defeat, Joshua maintained momentum, ensuring that Israel's campaign progressed efficiently. This principle applies to leaders today. Success often hinges on the ability to act decisively and follow through on plans. Strategy and timing are critical components of effective leadership. Ecclesiastes 3:1 Amplified. There is a season, a time appointed for everything, and a time for every delight, an event, or purpose under heaven. Number 4, justice is central to leadership. The complete destruction of Makkedah highlights the theme of divine justice. The Canaanites had long been warned of God's judgment, yet they persisted in idolatry, wickedness, and opposition of his plans. The city's destruction was not an act of cruelty, but a fulfillment of divine justice. For modern leaders, this serves as a reminder that leadership involves accountability and the courage to address wrongdoing, upholding justice, even when it is difficult, reflects integrity and alignment with God's character. Micah 6:8, Amplified. He has told you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require you except to be just and to love, and to diligently practice kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. Number 5, leaders must stay committed to the mission. Joshua's unwavering focus on fulfilling God's command demonstrates the importance of staying committed to the mission. Despite the challenges of continuous warfare and the moral weight of the task, Joshua did not waver in his responsibility to lead Israel in obedience to God's plan. Modern leaders often face distractions on pressures that can lead to mission drift. Joshua's example encourages leaders to remain steadfast, keeping their goals and values at the forefront. 1 Corinthians 15:58 Amplified. Therefore, my beloved brothers and sisters, be steadfast, immovable, always excelling in the work of the Lord, always doing your best and doing more than is needed, being continually aware that your labor, even to the point of exhaustion in the Lord, is not futile nor wasted. It is never without purpose. Theological themes in the Battle of Makkedah. Number 1, God's sovereignty. The victory of Makkedah reaffirms God's control over history and his power to fulfill his promises. The city's defeat was part of a broader divine plan to establish Israel in the Promised Land. For leaders today, this theme serves as a reminder to trust in God's sovereignty and to seek his guidance in every decision. Proverbs 19:21 Amplified. Many plans are in a man's mind, but it is the Lord's purpose for him that will be carried out. Number 2, divine justice. The destruction of Makkedah demonstrates that God is a righteous judge who holds nations and individuals accountable for their actions. The city's judgment was not arbitrarily, but rooted in God's holiness and the people's persistent rebellion. This theme encourages leaders to trust in God's justice and lead with fairness and integrity. Psalms 9:7-8 Amplified. But the Lord will remain and sit enthroned forever. He has prepared and established his throne for judgment, and he will judge the world in righteousness. He will execute judgment for the people with fairness, equity and equality. Number 3, faith and obedience. Joshua's actions at Makkedah highlight the relationship between faith and obedience. His trust in God's promises led him to take bold and decisive action, ensuring Israel's continued progress in the conquest. For leaders, this theme underscores the importance of aligning actions with faith and trusting in God's provision. James 2:17 Amplified. So too, faith, if it does not have works to back it up, it is by itself dead, inoperative, and ineffective. Winning strategies for modern leaders. Number 1, trust in God's sovereignty. Recognize the ultimate success comes from aligning with God's will and relying on his guidance. Number 2, act with obedience. Follow principles and values faithfully, even when the path is challenging. Number 3, execute strategies efficiently. Develop clear plans and act decisively to achieve goals. Number 4, uphold justice. Demonstrate fairness, accountability, and integrity in leadership decisions. Number 5, stay focused on the mission. Avoid distractions and remain committed to the overarching purpose. Number 6, lead with faith and action. Combine trust in God with deliberate and proactive efforts to overcome challenges. Conclusion, leading like Joshua. The battle at Makkedah is a powerful example of leadership rooted in faith, obedience, and strategic execution. Joshua's reliance on God, his commitment to justice, and his unwavering focus on the mission ensured Israel's success and demonstrated the principles of effective leadership. For modern leaders, this story offers timeless lessons on how to navigate challenges and lead with purpose. By trusting in God, acting with integrity, and staying committed to their goals, leaders can achieve victories that reflect divine guidance and human excellence. Proverbs 6:3 Amplified. Commit your works to the Lord, submit and trust them to him, and your plans will succeed if you respond to his will and guidance. Joshua's example inspires us to lead with courage, faith, and steadfast commitment to fulfilling God's purpose in our lives. lead boldly, act justly, and trust in God. Thank you for following me through this lesson. Please like and subscribe this video, or like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you get on Amazon again in the near future, search my name, Scott Perdue, pull up all the wonderful books I've written, tons of stuff that'll change your life forever there. Buy a couple of them and see the wisdom that comes. Anyway, thanks again for following me through this video today. Have a blessed and wonderful day.